clearly remember my diary entries, and there were days where I was like in bed crying and just thinking, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. And I'm a bit scared and worried that maybe for a while, a long period of my life, for the next maybe few years, that I might not be fully settled. And I'm trying to calm myself and tell myself that it's okay. I don't have to achieve everything. I don't have to take off all my to-do. And I felt so proud of myself. I don't know, like, you guys, this has been such a long, hard journey. Sometimes I can't believe that I'm actually at this stage. I think it's really sad how sometimes we tend to forget how much we wanted something. And then when I said that, I just felt like a different person. Like, oh my God, I am no longer jobless. Like, I am an adult. Like, I'm someone who has something, like, you know? Because before, especially when hello. So I went out, I just came back. Oh my God, I feel like I look prettier with the stuff, but we don't need it. So I just came back from the grocery store. I went to this place called Pack Foods. That's where I normally do my grocery shopping. I'm literally just entering my room and I decided to record this video because there's something I want to touch on. I like my leather jacket. One thing I want to say is, guys, I'm going to miss wearing this. I have 2 leather jackets. Winter is almost over. Today actually feels a bit warm. I just took it in case and I'm going to miss wearing it. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you something. So it's literally 2 more days till my start day. Basically a day. Oh my God, like today is Saturday. Monday is my official start date, but it's going to be online. And then I'm so happy. I have done a little like rituals and routines just to get prepared. I'm romanticizing this job starting, whatever. I'm even going to tell you something that happened on my way back. So first of all, one thing I wanted to do is make sure that my transition into the job doesn't feel like chaotic or stressful. Does that make sense? I want it to feel as seamless as possible because I have been like at home and unemployed with no specific schedule for a long time, and now I'm just jumping back into waking up as early as like 8 to 5, stuff like that. Actually before 8 because the job starts at 8. So I decided to like meal prep. Already I was meal prepping, but at a point in time I stopped being so serious about it. So today I literally had to force myself to actually go out and buy food stuff. So I'm going to make stews, and I bought yam, potatoes. I got my favorite fruits. I really like plum. That's the best place I get plum from. And I also got like tea stuff. I bought chicken. I'm going to do a whole lot. I even bought the specific takeaway packs that come with 2 compartments, so to show you how prepared I am. Because one thing I don't want is I don't want to start the job and then start feeling overwhelmed about like what I'm going to eat, because my food actually determines my mood. So I want to know that I have that in check. I actually did not want to do this whole meal prepping thing, but I'm doing it for my future self, because the me now, especially in the morning and afternoon, even yesterday, for the past 3 days, I had been procrastinating. I was saying I was going to do it, but I just kept procrastinating. And I knew that this is the best time, because if I decide to do the whole meal prep thing during the week, I would have already started working. I'll just be busy then, so it won't be nice. This is one of those things that you do not because you want to do them, but because you know they will make your life easier in future. So yeah, that's that. So the thing I told you I was going to tell you on my way back. So the Uber guy was like, "Oh, how are you?" You know, normal small talk. So he was like, "Okay, what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh my God." So I just said, I was like, yeah, I work in the hospital." Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and then when I said that, I just felt like a different person. Like, oh my God, I am no longer jobless. Like, I am an adult. Like, I'm someone who has something, like, you know? Because before, especially when I moved here recently, okay, when I was in Bristol, when they asked me, I actually liked saying I'm doing my master's. I love that. So when I finished the master's, I hated like the fact that I was like, oh, I'm done with my master's. And if the conversation probes further, then I'm like, oh, I'm job searching. So for him to ask me and I'm like, oh, yeah, like I'm working, it just felt nice to like feel like I have, you know. And because normally I would be like, oh, I'm done with my master's, but now I was like, oh, I work in this organization, and I'm like, that's so cool. I'm that girl. That is so cool. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. That is so cool, because think about it. I just loved that, you know. So now whenever someone asks me like, oh yeah, I work here, like I'm not jobless, I'm not looking for okay, like that just made me happy. Like it made my whole mood when I was coming back. So yeah, now I'm back home. The kitchen is literally full with so many things that I need to get done. I plan on making stew, egg sauce, roasting chicken, a whole lot of things, meal prepping, basically that. So let's talk about moving forward. What else am I thinking about? Like, what routine am I trying to prepare? Because I like to romanticize things. A few things I want to do before I officially start. I feel like my life is going to change forever once Monday comes, because I would never now want to be in a position where I don't have a job. You know, like I've never had a like real big girl job. Honestly, there are a few things I wanted to do before this ideal start date, but I wasn't able to get them done. And I'm trying to calm myself and tell myself that it's okay. I don't have to achieve everything. I don't have to take off all my to-do lists. And majorly, this thing that I have not achieved is related to YouTube. I wanted to record more YouTube videos to save as drafts, but I just did not have the energy. And I'm telling myself that it's fine. But then I have videos scheduled till like 24 to me, which I think is really good, because today we're just in like 10 to me. Basically, that's something I wanted to do that I could not get done. One thing I'm going to make sure that I have to do, I'm going to record 2 videos. One video is kind of like an emotional video where I'm being, oh god, I'm so dramatic. But like, I love doing things like this. And I'm just saying, it's like kind of a poem that I'm going to read. And it's like goodbye to my old self. I'm so cutesy. But yeah, I can't wait to do that. I would love to do that. That is like a priority. I have to make that video because I like things being in chronological order. I don't want to do it after the job starts. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's that. I'm looking forward to Monday. Monday is going to be a very good day. On Monday, I'm not going to go into the office. Oh my god, I said office. You guys, oh alhamdulillah, my Rob is so good. Alhamdulillah, ya Allah, like oh my god, another moment that happened that I really cherished was when I finally told my dad the official start date has been approved. Because before we were so happy, we thought it was 28, and then I had to like tell him that, oh no. So to finally know that this is like final and approved, it was just really a nice feeling, and I felt so proud of myself. I don't know, like you guys, this has been such a long, hard journey. Sometimes I can't believe that I'm actually at this stage. I think it's really sad how sometimes we tend to forget how much we wanted something and how far we have come, you know? Even yesterday I was in bed and I was thinking about how like when I came to the UK for my masters, I can clearly remember my diary entries, and there were days where I was like in bed crying and just thinking, I can't do this, I don't think I can do this. And there was just so much information, so much that you needed to handle at the same time, like navigating your work, having to deal with a new education system, the weather, accommodation, finances, trying to look for jobs. I also like registered for the Bristol Plus Award, which was on my own part, adding another extra stress on my own self. I worked with like the social innovation program, which was another thing that oh god, I felt like those. And then even with assessments and going to class and winter, and then on some days like I wallahi, and then oh my god, you guys, I was working part-time also. Yeah Allah, oh my god. And it was early mornings. I was working 3 times a week, and then the other I don't know how I did that. The way I was able to get through that was just, I think, talking to myself, recording videos, which is why I love those videos so much, and I've posted some of them on my channel. And I remember before I used to be seen as the lazy person. I even told one of my friends recently, oh, I worked in retail when I was in the UK. And she was like, who used to wake you up early in the morning? Because to her, it was not even like, to her, it was the bare minimum. It's not even going to do the job. It's even the waking up, because she knew how lazy I was. Like, I was just this ajibota. Like, not that I was lazy, but you know, when your parents like take care of you and everything is done for you, you don't really have to work. I studied in India for 5 years, and part-time work wasn't really a thing there, so our parents sponsored us and stuff like that. So you know, and then to think like just to uproot yourself and come into a whole new system that's going to bring out a part of you that you don't even really think exists. Because I didn't even really think, with how hardworking and resilient I was and how I was able to push through that 1 year in Bristol, I didn't think I had it in me. Like, I have so many diary entries saying that I don't think I can do this. I think I'm going to fail this masters. And there was another thing about, okay, I don't want to go back to Nigeria for now. I'm thinking about, oh my god, will I ever get a job? Like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I just see that Zainab and I feel so proud of her, and then also so sad because, and then so proud of her because she did so well. Like, she, because me now, me here, It's all because of her, all because she kept pushing through. Like, you guys, there's so many assignments and assessments that I thought I would not pass. My biggest fear was failing an assignment or assessment, failing my dissertation, so many things. And then I did it. Like, I completed it, I finished it, I didn't have to receipt any course. And then, like, now, like, I actually got a job, I am stable. Like, this is really what I prayed for during like April 2024, just to be at peace and stable. And now I am that thing that I want. I have a stable accommodation, I love my room, my environment, and now I have a job. There's one, if I'm being honest, there's a little part of me that's starting to overthink and be like, okay, what's next? Your post-study visa ends in like a few years. What are you going to do? My dad is talking about, like, he called me yesterday and he started talking about, he didn't even do it to like to make, he said that he's just letting me know, no need to like overthink it for now, just settle. But then he was bringing up the like career options or other things to do. And there is one thing I have realized that scares me is uncertainty and transitioning into places that I don't know. So everything that he was saying, which is good, is just transitioning into like a new system, a new life, doing something different. And I'm a bit scared and worried that maybe for a while, a long period of my life, for the next maybe few years, that I might not be fully settled. And I know people say that you're actually never fully settled. But for me, I think there's always that thing at the back of my mind. Even when I'm here in the UK, I'm thinking like, this feels like home now. But then there's always that thought of, okay, I don't even want to think about the stress of trying to get a sponsored visa. And then you're thinking, if you go back to Nigeria, what are you going to do when you go back to Nigeria? It's a whole lot of things that, so even after getting this job, like, I'm starting to really think about those things and be like, okay, what's next? What's going to happen in the next 6 months? Your clock is ticking, time is going. What are you going to do? But I'm actually actively trying to tell myself, Zainab, it's fine. You figure it one at a time. Like, even now being here during sorry I keep going back to Bristol, but at the end of my masters, I kept thinking my student accommodation was expiring in August. It was hard to find housing in Bristol. I was thinking and worried about that. How would I navigate that? How would I talk my dad through letting me stay for some few months and applying for the post study and convincing him to pay for it? Not that it was a huge deal, but then it was a lot of money. So it was, even that period, there was a whole lot of things that needed to get done, and I needed to be strategic about it. There were a lot of uncertainties. I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to stay. And then a year later, everything feels settled. All those problems are gone. Alhamdulillah, everything has been settled. So I use that as a point of reference and as a lesson and motivation to tell myself that even in the next 1 year, I don't know what will happen. I don't know whether I want to stay in this organization for so long, for a very long time. I don't know whether because worrying thing is, people tell you that I don't like this whole thing of you cannot be in one place for a very long time, because I remember telling my friends that, oh my god, I'm so happy I don't have to apply for jobs, and they told me that just enjoy this little moment. You're always going to be looking for jobs, you're not going to want to stay in one place for a very long time, and that makes me more anxious, honestly. So I don't know whether I am going to want to stay in this organization for 1 year, or whether I'm going to try to get promoted, or whether I am going to look for ways to get a skilled worker visa, stuff like that. I don't really know. And I don't want to overwhelm myself thinking about that for now. I'm going to give myself 3 months or 4 months to just enjoy this job and just settle in this job and put my head down. Like my dad said, just focus and get the experience, learn, do the best you can, learn as much as you can, and do your best. So that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I didn't really honestly plan. Wallahi, I always say this, but I never plan for my videos to be as long as they are. And this video is over 15 minutes. I was just going to make like a very short 6-7 minutes video talking about how I did my shopping and I'm excited. Then I went into this whole reflection thing. But I'm glad I said it out loud. Yeah, that's that. One more thing I want to add is, I know people, wallahi, I don't know. I know people don't really like their jobs, but I don't know whether it's because I've been so jobless for so long. But this job not only gives me like, it just gives me so much structure and security and just a whole lot of things. Just structure, purpose, and then that paycheck that comes in every month. You guys, I have a wish list. I have things I want to buy. And then it has a way of making me feel like I'm building for my future, because I'm going to save money for investments, for savings, for a whole lot of things. So it feels nice. I miss this job. Is going to give me the biggest salary I've ever earned in the UK, because when I worked in Bristol, it was just part-time. The money wasn't a lot. It was a lot to me then, because I have never earned that much. So now this is a whole, oh, Ooh, alhamdulillah. This is the end of my reflection, whatever you call it. I don't know what to say. Like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, guys. Bye bye.